welcome back to Making a Difference. I'm Steve Strum. This morning we have Krystle Delgado from Delgado Entertainment Law. Good morning, young lady. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm living the dream. How you doing?
Well, I have had a really interesting opportunity to spend some time with you to get to know who you are, personally and professionally. Today we're going to focus on your law firm. But before we do that, a little bragging. So for everybody who's tuning in, Krystle owns a law firm in Arizona, also is a musician, as well as has a really neat TED Talk that I would recommend you guys check out on your time. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the work that she's doing in entertainment law, as well as intellectual property. So Krystle, tell us a little bit about your firm, what makes you special, unique, and what you're trying to do to help musicians and people with intellectual property.
Love it. Well, such a nice intro. I appreciate that. So Delgado Entertainment Law, we came together in 2015. And what we do essentially is we're a conglomerate of business attorneys and some of the top business attorneys across the United States. And we have a diverse amount of experience when it comes to different mediums, including, technology and entertainment, sports, film, and of course, general business. So we're doing a lot of transactional work and helping people with their careers and their businesses. And kind of what makes us different is, we are a boutique firm, intentionally so, because we can do what the big corporate firms can't, which is that we put our clients first. And so we're responding quickly and we're getting matters done very quickly. And, I did that because I had such a terrible experience the first time I hired an attorney. When you're hiring someone, it's just a scary process and you don't know who to trust. So anyway, I've kept that in mind with the progress and growth with my law firm.
So as you represent people, whether it's in the music business, which is its own intellectual property in itself, or in other forms of business law, I just find it interesting when we were connected, some of the work that you're doing for musicians. And of course, I have some family members who have been musically inclined. I, probably inaccurately describe myself as being a trained pianist, but it's been a minute. What is different for a musician when they are trying to make it professional and they're trying to make revenue off of being a musician, following their passion project? What are some of the things that you find that are unique to the music industry that you help your clients understand to avoid?
The music industry has so radically changed over even the last 12 months, and it continues to do so because while, for example, copyright law is very old and it's not updated, now we have ever evolving social media platforms and technology and applications. And so, the IP world is having a difficult time keeping up with the actual practices of musicians. So then to your question about, well, in the musicians trying to make it for themselves and to build businesses and to just kind of do it themselves, the amazing thing is that with, YouTube and social media is access. Everyone has a voice. Everyone has an opportunity to do it themselves. And there no longer really are these gatekeepers of the big labels. But there's the perception that you still need to be signed and you need to get a manager and you need to get all these people who are going to make your dreams come true. And what I learned even for myself, having a background in music and being an independent artist, is that that's just not true. You can do everything for yourself. And you do that by becoming your own label, which is more of a mindset thing than anything. And so that you can just take control. You can build your team, you can build your business. And, for me, the first time I built my first six-figure music business, it was so empowering. So then I just made it my mission to, put a ton of free information out there. And I have my Top Music Attorney YouTube channel and blog, and it's just about the music business and helping people with their contracts and, learning how to build their own businesses.
Well, and one of the things that's interesting is, listening to your story, checking out some of your socials in preparation for this interview and just in general, your story is absolutely unique. And, I know that I could probably go for a long time talking about what I have learned in our time, that we've known each other. And I'm sure you could probably, being, you're responsible for your life, your entire life, you could probably speak a lot about that more. If people want to check out more about your story, what's the best way to connect with you?
I'll tell you what, going to Delgado Entertainment Law actually is a really good place to start, not just for getting help for what you're doing with your career and your business, because again, we're essentially doing intellectual property, which is copyright and trademarks, combined with business law. We just happen to represent a lot of influencers and entertainers. But as far as where you go from there, if you are in the music space and you need help, and even if you want to work with me, part of the access advantage of social media and the way the world is now, there still is an access problem when it comes to people getting help on the legal side. And, attorneys are expensive. So besides kind of hiring my firm, I also built a school so that, people who do want to work with me can get in inexpensively. So anyway, as far as just connecting with me, getting help with all your things, just go to Delgado Entertainment Law.
And we will make sure to hang that on our website on iwantabuzz.com. As we take it away, what would you say to that aspiring musician, entrepreneur, person that has that idea or has that song in their head that they're trying to create something from? What would be that one piece of advice that you would give them, whether it was through your experience as a professional musician or your experience as an attorney? What would you say to that person that's watching this right now is like, what's that first step?
It's execution. And the longer you wait to make that song, to get it out of your head, right? So once you have that idea, which was your question, if you have the idea for this song, if you have the idea for the business, or you're going to sell merchandise, or you're going to go on tour, the biggest problem that musicians and producers and music managers all face is that they hesitate. And then if they do take a step, it will be sometime later, and then maybe it doesn't work out and they fail. And so what I would say is not only take action, but fail fast, right? So just go from, one test to the next. If you're doing marketing, if you're collaborating with people, if it doesn't work out, that's okay. And I think if we have that kind of mindset shift, if we are now kind of just falling forward through everything, because the faster you get through the stuff that doesn't work, the faster you'll find what works, and you'll have that success, and you'll thank yourself for taking that action.
Well, that's probably the best way to finish that one is I think it only took, 9,999 failures to actually make the light bulb. And so I really appreciate you joining us today. Thank you so much. I'd love to have you back and have other things that you do in the legal space or in the other areas. But I really appreciate you taking some time this morning and talking to our audience about how you can help them achieve their dreams. And, love to have you on again.
Hey, yeah, I look forward to it. Let me come back next time and we'll talk about, a new song, a music video, and we'll have more of an artsy discussion.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on Making a Difference. Remember, check out Krystle's law firm through iwantabuzz.com or her website. And remember, live with gratitude.